There's no other way to start this video than by asking the questions everyone wants answers to. What's going on with Kirk Cousins? Is Raheem Morris going to sink the team? Is it time for Michael Penix Jr. to take over? If you're one of the thousands of fans who are upset with the Falcons' current form, click the like button and leave your honest opinion about our team in the comments below. So, here we are, Falcons fans. After starting the season with so much promise, the team has fallen to 6-7, and Kirk Cousins is struggling through one of the worst stretches of his career. In the last 4 games, Cousins has thrown 0 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. Despite the challenges, head coach Raheem Morris continues to publicly support him, doubling down on that in his latest press conference. Morris said, "Kirk is our quarterback. He played better than he did last week, and we're going to keep working on what we do best to win football games." But is better enough when your quarterback hasn't scored a point through the air in over a month? That's the million-dollar question, or rather, the $180 million question. Let's break this down. Cousins was signed this past offseason to a 4-year, $180 million deal to solve Atlanta's quarterback woes. The investment was huge, and the expectations were sky-high. But so far, aside from a few flashes, like that game-winning play against the Eagles earlier this season, Cousins has left fans with déjà vu from the last few years of inconsistency at the quarterback position. The numbers don't lie, and with 8 picks in the last 4 games, Cousins has been more of a liability than a solution. Now, what about Michael Penix Jr.? The Falcons made a bold move in the draft, moving up to number 8 to steal the talented rookie from Washington. But here we are, 14 weeks later, and Penix is still on the bench. The team's reluctance to take a chance on him is raising a lot of eyebrows. Sure, starting a rookie quarterback late in the season is a gamble, but could it get any worse than what we've seen in the past month? With the Falcons just 1 game behind in the NFC South, the door is still open to salvage this season. Wouldn't this be the perfect time to make the switch and see what the rookie can do? Let's be honest, Falcons fans, it's frustrating. If you take away Cousins' performances against Tampa Bay and his big moment in Philadelphia, his numbers are downright concerning. We're talking about a guy who was supposed to stabilize this offense, but he's been putting the team in tough situations week after week. Penix, meanwhile, remains an unknown quantity, and the Falcons' hesitation to take the plunge is puzzling. The upcoming Monday Night Football matchup feels like the perfect stage to make the transition, especially against a struggling opponent. Looking at the big picture, the NFC South remains surprisingly within reach. Tampa Bay is leading the division at 7-6, and the Falcons are still in contention. But each week without a win hurts Atlanta's chances. The Buccaneers have a relatively easy schedule ahead of them, and the Saints and Panthers are focused on rebuilding. The window is closing fast, and if the Falcons want to turn things around, they need to act now. That could mean giving Penix his chance or finding a way to get Cousins back to his early season form. Coach Morris addressed the possibility of a quarterback change, saying, "Everything is always discussed when we watch the tape, but his continued defense of Cousins suggests the rookie will be sidelined for now." It's hard not to feel like the Falcons are stuck between a rock and a hard place, caught between honoring Cousins' contract and recognizing the need for a spark to save the season. So, Falcons fans, what do you think? Should the team stick with Kirk Cousins and hope he recovers, or is it time to see what Michael Penix Jr. can do? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Week 14 brought more frustration and, honestly, some confusing decisions that left fans questioning the direction of this team. Kirk Cousins' struggles continued, and head coach Raheem Morris appears to be doubling down on a quarterback who hasn't thrown a touchdown in 4 games. Let's be real, Cousins' performance has been nothing short of disappointing. Another 2-interception game, bringing his total to 8 in the last 4 weeks, has left the team reeling and fans wondering if it's time to see what rookie Michael Penix Jr. can bring to the table. But here's the twist, Raheem Morris isn't budging. In his post-game press conference, Morris defended Cousins, even referencing his passing yards as a positive. Now, isn't this the same coach who once said, "Stats are for losers"? The inconsistency is frustrating, and while Morris has called out others on the team, he's treating Cousins with kid gloves. It's a baffling approach when the season is slipping away. Let's shift gears to some positives from Week 14 because there were bright spots. Tyler Allgeier stepped up big time in the backfield. With Bijan Robinson focusing more on pass protection, Allgeier was crucial in short yardage situations, even showcasing his skills as a fullback. His effort kept the offense alive and proved he can be a versatile asset moving forward. On the receiving end, Darnell Mooney had a breakout game, racking up 142 yards on just 6 catches. Facing a tough Vikings defense led by Brian Flores, Mooney came through with big plays that flipped the field and kept the Falcons in striking distance. If the team can stabilize its quarterback situation, Mooney will be a critical piece of the offense moving forward. Defensively, Arnold Ebiketie continues to impress. With 4 sacks in his last 5 games, Ebiketie is emerging as a cornerstone of the Falcons' pass rush. He's not just applying pressure, he's finishing plays and making life difficult for opposing quarterbacks. His growth is one of the few consistent positives in what has been a roller coaster season. Unfortunately, not everyone can make the up list. D. Alford had another rough outing in the secondary, getting torched by Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. It's tough to watch when opposing quarterbacks are openly targeting him, and it raises questions about adjustments on defense. Alford isn't the only issue, but he's been a weak link in a unit that desperately needs to tighten up. Now, back to the big picture. The Falcons have dropped 4 straight games, losing their grip on the NFC South lead to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Despite a solid 4-1 record within the division, the team's overall performance has been inconsistent at best. The offense is sputtering, penalties are piling up, and the coaching staff seems to be making questionable decisions week after week. Monday Night Football against the Las Vegas Raiders presents an opportunity to reset. The Raiders are 2-11 and coming off a 9-game losing streak, with their quarterback Aiden O'Connell likely sidelined due to injury. If there's ever been a time for the Falcons to get back on track, it's now. But let's be clear, this game isn't just about securing a win. It's about regaining confidence, restoring fan trust, and proving that this team still has fight left in it. The road ahead is tough, but not impossible. The Falcons hold a crucial tiebreaker over the Buccaneers, so the division title is still within reach. However, every game from here on out is a must-win, and that starts with better leadership, smarter play calling, and, potentially, tough decisions at quarterback. Will Morris stick with Cousins, or will he finally give Penix a shot to inject some life into this team? That's the million-dollar question. So, Falcons fans, it's your turn. Do you think it's time to bench Kirk Cousins and give Michael Penix Jr. a chance? Or do you trust Raheem Morris to turn this around with the current lineup? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, if you haven't already, smash that like button and hit subscribe to stay updated on all things Falcons. Your support keeps this community strong, and we'll see you in the next video as we continue to break down the season. Rise up, and let's keep the faith.